Hello, hello, hello. Thank you guys for tuning in for another interview with King Solomon Entertainment Media Group, where we are committed to bringing you positive content, diverse perspective, and just the innovative latest trend knowledge, awareness, and information right here on King Solomon Entertainment. We want to thank our partners, heart2heartforyou.org, Hill to Hill. We want to thank the Moreland Greenwood Foundation as well as USC Black Atlanta Association. If you want to partner with us and sponsor us, please reach out to us at King Solomon Entertainment.tv. That's King Solomon Entertainment spelled all the way out .tv. Connect with us. We'll let you know how you can partner with us and move forward in that. We also want to take this time and give out our social media handles. We are on Twitter, capital K, lowercase ing, capital S, lowercase OLOMON, capital E, lowercase NT, capital C, lowercase O, the and symbol, capital M, lowercase E, DIA, capital G, lowercase ROUP. That's King Solomon Entertainment and Media Group on Twitter. Please connect with us, share. Follow us on Twitter. On Facebook, we're King Solomon Entertainment. Please connect with us on there. Entertainment Company, ENTCO, Entertainment ENTCO on Facebook. Please add yourself. Connect with us on there as well. Instagram, we're KING underscore SOLOMON underscore ENT underscore CO underscore on Instagram. And on YouTube, we're James Claybon, JAMES CLAYBON. Please connect, share, subscribe. We're here with you today with another wonderful, great interview with our international travel blogger, friend to the show, Mr. Philly Dom. What's up, bro?
What's up, man? How you doing, man? What's going on, man?
That's
You
it.
following what's going on?
If you don't know this guy, he is an international travel blogger all over the world. He's been on the page several times. Look at my page. You see him on there. Check out his page. He'll be giving his handles out before the show has ended. Definitely check him out. He has all the information you need when traveling. The number one travel blogger around domestically and internationally. Philly Dom got that information you need as we begin to pick back up and get our lives back together. We're going to want to travel. Or some people, it's not even waiting. Some people are taking advantage of the great cost of traveling right now. It's very more affordable right now. It's starting to increase. But if you want to get you a trip that's probably more challenging to afford when money is kind of funny when things pick back up, take advantage of it now and look him up. He got the right information. So, Mr. Philly Dime, we're talking about a little bit about the elections, a little bit about your next trip, brother. So let's start with where do you plan on going next, Mr. Philly Dime?
Man, oh man. You know, with this 19, this COVID-19, it's tough because everywhere you go now, you got to take these different tests and everything. But I'm planning on going back to Haiti just for a little bit. Also, after Haiti, I'm definitely gonna try to go to Jamaica,
Mm.
and then after Jamaica, I'm trying to see go to Brazil, not Brazil, Belize,
Ah,
Belize in Central America, and also El Salvador. But my big trip is going to be to Europe, to
oh,
Serbia. Serbia. That's the big trip. I'll be there for like a couple months. Serbia and Eastern Europe.
man.
Yeah,
You ready
Serbia.
for that one? You ready to go
I'm
to
ready
Europe?
for that. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm born ready. I'm ready for that one.
You done your Europe homework?
Yeah, I'm gonna do my little research. I'm gonna sit out
Yeah.
there for a while, but I'm definitely gonna go.
I know when you go international, sometimes you are required to take shots. Is any
Yes,
shots required in any of those trips?
not. That's why I picked Serbia. Two reasons: because you don't have to take no shots, you don't have to take no COVID or anything. They
Mm.
they waived the COVID test there and everything, so no shots or anything like that. And that's gonna be my big trip for next year. And then after that, I think I'm gonna try to go do Africa, man.
Whoa, that's gonna
Yeah,
be major. That's gonna be
yeah,
major.
Africa
Yeah.
been a big one right there.
And you gotta
I got to
definitely
step on
definitely
the
block
plane.
when you're over there. You gotta definitely block heavy over there.
Oh yeah, definitely everything. I'm gonna record everything when I'm over there.
Yeah, so that's good. So what are some of the things that you're learning about countries like Belize? What type of things that in like sometimes people look up something or they experience something that kind of like make them want to go a certain place. Like so it's like Belize just fell in your lap. Or it's like why do you want to go to Belize? what makes you want to go to these countries like Belize and in Europe?
Well, Belize, I have a son there. My son is there. I was in a relationship. I had a son. He was with us in the States. And then me and his mom broke up and she ended up moving back to Belize. So I spent a lot of time in Belize. So that's like my main reason. But Belize has good tourism, definitely a tourist destination. They have a place called the Blue Hole. They have these islands called Kikok and San Pedro. It's a beautiful country. But if you're gonna go to the island part of Belize, you'll have a good time.
Mm,
The
love
food
to
is
hear it.
amazing. It's like a mix between like Mexican and Jamaican food, if I can explain it. The Belizean food, because it's in Central America,
Yeah,
and they're a mixture between Mexican and Jamaican food. It's really good.
kind of like an infused Jamaica, make
Yeah,
mix Jamaica and Mexico. that's
yeah,
that's that sounds exotic. That sounds real exotic.
yeah,
Sound kind of Caribbean, but in South America.
yeah.
Okay, so what do you think about this election? I know a lot of people are looking at it as the world. We're watching it as the world is watching. But since you out of the country and you international, what is the international buzz about what's going on here in America as far as the
And
election?
we being American outside of the country, we getting a lot of pressure. I'm in the DR right now, Dominican Republic. So somebody in the DR is asking me every day what's going on with the president, what's going on with the country, what's going on, why we don't have a president yet, why they didn't elect a new president, what's going on. I told them I'm not understanding everything that's going on, but I know that it's taking them a while for them to add up these votes, to tally up votes to put the president in office. And I think our president that's in office, I don't think he wants to leave office. So I don't know. I don't know, man.
Oh,
You
he said
tell me what's
that. He
going
said
on.
that actually.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he did say he's not leaving office.
Take his
So
word for it, 'cause that's what he said.
yeah, it's confusing. It's confusing.
Yeah,
It's confusing. It's
but
confusing.
one thing that I enjoy about this election, the narrative that I always try to dispel myself about African Americans voting, not voting. We do vote. We
Okay,
do
we
vote consistently. This is another proof that we do. If you think about the last 4 or 5 elections, major elections, as far as Clinton, as far as Obama, even when Hillary ran, all the way back to Kennedy and Carter, like we came out in record numbers. We've been coming out in record numbers. We do vote. Now to say that and to add to it, um, there are sectors of challenges across the spectrum,
hmm
18 to 24, to galvanize the young people. You know how it is. 18, you're not thinking about it. So you have to do something to get them to come out because you got new voters every year that's turning 18 that qualify to vote. So you have to do something for that sector. 25 to 35, you got to, bring awareness to get them to come out, because,
hmm
just sometimes you feel like sometimes you don't. I think it's a lot of inconsistency in that age bracket. But this has been the biggest record turnout vote in
History.
American history. In American history, numbers have increased 2 and 3 times over. So
Wow.
we definitely came out for this one, and that's one of the things that I enjoy about this election. In addition to, you hear the term, political terms, swing vote,
hmm
and for the first time, you see the swing vote because you see America was pretty much split. But
Yeah.
you see those other ethnicities in the urban communities that comes and push one or the other over the top, the swing.
hmm
And so
Oh
now
yeah.
you see the power of the urban community or African American vote. So that's why I say
Community.
every vote counts. Every vote is important. We encourage people to vote. If you thought before your vote did not count, you should have
hmm
really seen it come alive this time. Like
Wow.
we are in 1%, 1.5% margins. Like some places he won by 20,000 votes, and other
Wow.
places less than that. And so every vote count. And even with the mail-in, early voting mail-in, which was genius because you heard
hmm
about the voting suppression,
Yeah, I
but
heard about that.
so that spoke directly to that because to get them in early, could you imagine all that happening on
Uh-huh.
November the 3rd? I mean, that would have been chaotic to get everybody to
Yeah.
vote that day. It probably wouldn't even be nowhere near counting all that stuff right
Helping
now.
folks. He really be mad.
Yeah, really be mad. So it was really genius to do the early voting.
Mm.
Again, everybody vote is being counted. I know Pennsylvania is probably just now starting because in their country everybody has to vote before they can start to count, and that's been a Pennsylvania rule for a long time. So they're anticipating,
Oh,
if not in the morning next week, if predicated on Pennsylvania um, turning in the results of the absentee mail-in and their election day voting. In addition to that,
uh-huh.
I
So
didn't.
how long is it going to take for Pennsylvania?
Well, Pennsylvania
You know,
could
that's
take
my
it.
state. That's my home.
Well, they could take as far as Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. But the
Wow.
flip side of that, or the good part of that, in regards to those who are anticipating for Biden to win, he might not need Pennsylvania
Okay.
to be declared the winner because he already at 264
Yes.
electoral. So all he pretty much needs is Michigan and Vegas to push him
Okay.
over the 270 because he already had 264. So that would be the good thing about that. So
Mm.
but yeah, but again, that is also anticipated by the opposer because they're already talking about going to the Supreme Court. They're already talking about fighting the legalities, matching signatures with the print name, the signature name. You see, yeah. So yeah, but
They
it's
going so far with this. They going too far with
yeah,
this.
yeah. Well, the Supreme Court say no way, but
Mm.
he got new appointees, so we don't know.
Wow.
So we're gonna see. But you really get to see the election and the politics stuff is coming alive, and all the words that you heard before, you see them in
Yes.
action, you see it in
They
motion.
him action. They all
This is
acting
good.
together now.
This is good stuff. This is American democracy, and
Mm.
this is good stuff. And I think that this is what it's all about: restoring democracy, restoring,
Mm.
a multi ethnicity world. I mean, it's growing to reflect how the world look. That's what America's a melting pot that it
Mm.
reflects. And I think for the first time, people seen a significant in that. From even from the Hispanic community, those who are newly citizens that
Mm.
supported Biden, and those who are like Chicano Americans and been here longer, kind of supported Trump. But nevertheless,
Wow.
you know, uh, I mean, yeah, and which is kind of ironic because he went really strong for immigration against immigration, but
Yes.
I didn't talk to a lot of Hispanics, and they even feel the same about the overpopulating, or
Hmm.
doing some reform in that regard, but
Wow.
it was kind of hypocritical since they're here and their
Hmm.
cousins just getting here. It's kind of hypocritical since you already here, but you know, yeah,
Wow.
something needs to be done with immigration reform, but you know,
Okay.
uh, they it's not easy to figure out. You got to
Okay.
figure
I
it
hear
out.
you.
So we do
Yeah.
have easy, immigration policies and weak policies, but
Hmm.
unless it's fair, you can't just
Yeah, man. I mean,
you know.
I and
So
unbelievable.
if you're gonna regulate on one, you gotta regulate on everybody. You just regulating on Mexico, you gotta regulate on Europe and everywhere else. So
Everybody got to be fair across the boards.
yeah, you gotta be fair. You can't just
Yeah.
call
Pick and
Mexicans
choose from
over.
countries.
Yeah, you can't just call Mexicans immigration. You gotta call the whole world who come here, immigrants or whatever. So
Mm.
that's like the concentration. So that's us in a nutshell, brother. Just stand by and watch as we continue to stand by and watch.
Uh-huh.
That it's not easy, but the democratic process is coming alive, and so that's it. And so definitely wanted to talk to you about. You said you mentioned you was missing America.
Yeah, I
What
missed America, man.
what you miss about it?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, I miss some of the restaurants, man. Some of the fast food restaurants like Chick-fil-A.
Ooh.
Man, I miss everybody speaking English. And, you know, when you're in these countries, you can go for blocks and blocks, and people don't speak English like that. So,
Mm,
I mean, obviously, because I'm in a Spanish-speaking country, so I miss hearing people speak English when I'm walking down the street. I miss family. I miss friends. You know, it's different, man. You know, this is what I chose to do this life to travel. But it's always when you dedicate yourself to doing something, you always miss out somewhere else. I didn't realize how much I missed the States until I've been out because I've been traveling over a year now, man. I've been traveling over a year now, man. Man. It started. I left Alaska, working in Alaska. Then I went to Mexico, from Mexico to Belize. from Belize to Guatemala, Guatemala to El Salvador. I sat in El Salvador for like 2.5 months, 3 months. Then from El Salvador, I flew to Haiti. Was in Haiti like 6 months. Left Haiti July 19th, and now I'm in the DR. So I've been it's been I've been on the road, man. You know, I missed out, you know, about the COVID in the States. I wasn't there when COVID touched down in the States and none of that. I saw that all on, you know, from third party.
Yeah, that's interesting that you mentioned that. How has the experience been being American, being in an international country outside of U.S. And although it started from China, when it
Yeah,
hit America,
yeah.
and you see that it seems as if it's been more devastating in Europe and in America, and China as well. But China seemed to have got a grip on it quicker because they did old school quarantining,
Okay.
more so than we did. So, what is the rest of the world looking at as how? Well, I don't know if you know how we've been dealing with the COVID. You see, we month 8, 9, we still ain't got no new nothing compared to 8 months ago.
Yeah.
As opposed to these other countries who are dealing with it and seem to get a handle on it. So, how did DR deal with it? Was people able to come in? People, I mean, do they do COVID testing? How do they handle it?
They had COVID tests and they had all that. But what I could tell you about like Haiti and the DR, because I was here in Haiti and DR when COVID hit, they're more disciplined. They were a lot disciplined down here. So whatever that government implemented for them to do, they basically followed the instructions to the fullest. What I can see from the states is that nobody wants to listen. People still not wearing masks. People still want to do what they want to do. Here in the DR, when you go out the house, everybody has a mask on. You in a
Well,
restaurant, everybody has a mask on.
yeah,
Everywhere you go, everybody wears a mask. Everybody, you know, we have a curfew now, 9 p.m. You have to be in the house, and then on the weekend, 7 p.m. So I just been following the curfew.
no, I see that perspective. I understand that perspective, and I just last time you understand how things take on a life of its own and take on
Mhm.
a negative connotation on its own. Because if you think about the preconditions of how that happened, and not to take up for anybody that's not wearing masks, because it is a challenge to be wearing masks for almost 10 months now. Nevertheless, if something hits as you know, we had the SARS, we had the Ebola, we had so many other pandemics that was handled with way more professionalism, grace, whatever. It seemed as if they got a handle on it quick and they began to do pragmatic methods to resolve. This
Okay.
time around, they first of all didn't know what it was. They didn't know it was airborne. They didn't know nothing about it. Um,
Mhm.
their um, apparatus was preventing it was unclear, and what they're going to do to cure it, it's still been unclear. Even when it was addressing the world as the disease control center, disease control, the president, when they had the panel to address the world on the
Mhm.
procedures they moving forward to resolve this, it was a
Yeah.
shit. It was a shit show. It was
Wow.
shenanigans. It was so no real information as moving towards what the plan was, um, what what even the care of how the first responders and emergency, like in hospitals, you wasn't even allowed to go in.
Yeah.
They had curbside. So it was just the way they handled it, the way they handled it in the beginning,
So you say they was handling it poor.
terribly. It was, you didn't know what was going on, and it was as if nobody knew what was going on. And then here we are, like 8 months, 9 months later, we still don't have it. They're talking about a vaccine. What about getting rid of it? Like it's simultaneously, okay, because the vaccine is the preventative method. So
Yeah,
you
that's
want
right.
people to you want people to who do not have it to take
Mhm.
the vaccine. Like, why would I do that? Like, if I don't have it, why would I take the vaccine? And so
Especially,
you want to
yeah.
inoculate a bunch of people that don't have it to,
Mhm.
and then people that do have it, what you want them to do? If they're going to survive it, okay. If they don't, they're going to die. Like, what is, like, I just, if you think about how that looks, you know what I'm saying, about you don't have a cure, you don't have a resolve, you're not moving towards any wrong.
I
You talk about
know.
a vaccine. to prevent, and it's like, what if I get it? So if I don't sustain, I'll die. Like what? So what is
Yes.
And so here we are, almost a year later, and it's like we still don't know nothing, and there's still nothing in place. But this vaccine that's supposed to come in that everybody is apprehensive to take. Like, why would I take a vaccine? Like, it's like the flu shot. Some people say I didn't get the flu until I took the flu shot.
Yeah, that's true.
And so it's like, why would you take the flu shot if you don't get the flu, you don't get sick? Like,
Yeah, that's true.
take
Why would
that
you
to
take?
prevent it. That's a risk.
Yeah, that's a risk. Putting something in your body when you don't need it yet.
Yeah, you don't need it because it's
Yeah.
like whatever my body's doing naturally is fighting it off. Thank God. But if I
Mm.
take that, I don't know what was that. So
That's right.
it's really crazy. And then you think about some people when they do those vaccines. Some people get the what we call placebo, meaning
Okay.
it's a decoy. It's like some of them are real medicine. Some of them is
Uh-huh.
just water. So
Okay.
it's an experiment because it's like the psychological aspect. If you think you got the vaccine, then
Okay.
you have the vaccine. All of them don't be uh, real medicine. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So you got a lot of that going on as well. So when you think about it, it was handled very poorly. It's still
Hmm.
being handled very poorly. I don't know how the vaccine is going to even be effective. People even want to do it. So, but I'm hoping with the change of regime,
Yeah. The change of the regime.
the change of regime,
Yeah.
that it would be a different. You'll
Outlook.
begin to see these
Yeah. Perspective. Yeah.
real logical thinking come into play. Like anybody who's logical will think, let's work on the cure simultaneously, and then
Hmm.
and then the vaccine is available for those who want it. That's logical. That is, but
Logical.
you make it mandatory that I vaccine my child in
Hmm.
order for them to return to school. I don't. These kids is too young. What if
Hmm.
No, that's too risky. Like I'm not giving my 3-year-old, 4-year-old child just for she can go back to daycare or kindergarten a vaccine. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But we don't know how the teachers and the students gonna go back into the buildings and because they really scared about opening the school because you know how many kids. So they really scared about opening the school because then if you infect a teacher, like one teacher to like 70 students, so like all these students, and if you affect a teacher, then like who gonna replace the teacher? Like so it's like you
Yeah.
already like
They're gonna run out. They already short staff. They're gonna
it's
run out of teachers.
look, it's already 70 to 1, 60 to 1 teacher.
Mhm.
If you start to take out the teachers, it's gonna
Wow.
be really a mess. It's gonna be a mess.
Wow.
So
Now,
that's what we at, brother. So y'all keep us in the y'all prayers, and
mhm.
I hope that everything begin to work out.
Yeah, because
So I wanted to ask you, when do you plan on coming back to this? I know probably later after all of this clear
I'm
up. When you gonna come back to America? You
maybe
have it
around
on the
March. I'm
radar?
thinking March, around March or April. I'll try to make my way back to the
Okay.
States, man. I've been going a long time, man.
Yeah.
Man, I've been going a long time. Uh, Man, it's time to come back, man.
Yeah.
You used to come visit, you know what I mean? Been going a long
No,
time.
when you said Africa, my radars went up,
Yeah, I'm going to
and
Africa, definitely.
well, I mean that's of course on my bucket list, but a lot of other countries are too. Like I would love to come to Haiti and the
Hmm.
DR to visit. I would love to.
And they pretty close to you. Know, you in California, but they pretty cheap trips and pretty close to. I mean, you can actually feasible make them trips. You know, with not that much money, especially now to come down and check it out.
I would love to check out Haiti and then DR for a start. And I know Puerto Rico is affordable too. I want to go check out Puerto Rico too.
Hmm.
So that's on my radar when I want to get away because I always go back home and come back to LA, which is
Uh,
it's okay, but you want to see the rest of the world, you know.
yeah.
I always
Have,
go back to Chicago, California, and I got a cousin in Atlanta, so I do Atlanta, Chicago, Cali, Atlanta,
uh,
Chicago. I want to open that up to like other places, you know.
yeah. Yeah. So you never traveled outside the U.S.
I have never traveled outside of the U.S., but
That's
I do
all right.
got a passport.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. And you never thought about going down to since you in California, you could do a real quick trip down to Tijuana. Just jump on the bus or
Yeah,
ride.
the Mexican friends that I had always warned me, you have to
Mhm,
know when to go because
mhm.
it get hot and heated over there.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe
They
when I come
always
back.
they always scared me. I
Uh,
always got to check in with them. Say, is it a good time to go now? Because I had a friend. He had a house in Mexicali. He
okay,
said, no.
yeah,
He said they just tore up the my area. I got me and my family got to go down there and check on our house in Mexicali. I said, oh wow, So
wow.
yeah.
Yeah, so what I'll do is when I come back, man, I'm making my business, man. Maybe we'll take a day trip down there from the Los Angeles. We'll drive down there just for a couple hours so you can
Man,
check it out.
I would love it. I would
Eat
love
some
to see.
tacos and walk around. Eat some
I would
tacos and
love to
walk
see. My Spanish is rusty, but I probably get us around a little bit. My
around.
Spanish is kind of rusty.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man.
I could definitely get us, be able to say something, but it's really minimal. But
Uh,
I'll be saying 2 or 3 words can go a long way when you try. So they love it when you
oh
go
yeah.
folks ask, oh, you speak Spanish? Like, okay.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
How was Guatemala though? Because there's
Guatemala was cool. Guatemala is cool. It's I was in Guatemala City, the capital. It looks
Guatemala
like
City.
yeah, it looks like downtown LA, man. That's how it looks.
Guatemala City looks like
It looks like
downtown
LA.
LA.
Yes.
That's a first. I ain't never heard that comparison. Because
That's what it looked
downtown
like to me.
LA is not one of the best downtowns that we got here to
Yeah,
mention.
that's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, the city looks like that. But they got malls, they got movie theaters. All these countries, man, you hear a lot of stuff on the news and different things, but they like up to date. They still third world countries, but they got malls, they got movie theaters, they got nice roads. I mean, it's still poverty and this countries are poor, but they doing good. Like especially the DR, man. I'm here. The DR, man, they got subway system in the capital of Santo Domingo where I'm at. Man, they got everything, man. They got malls, like anything that you could want in the States. They just don't have some of the places like Chick-fil-A. I'm missing Chick-fil-A. They have
Mhm.
McDonald's down here. They have Burger King. They have what you call it, Starbucks. Everybody go to the Starbucks. They even got Krispy Kremes down here. They got everything, but it's still not home, man. It's different, man. It's a different vibe. It's a different vibe. The people are nice, the Dominican food is excellent. You can get some good food here, man. I can't complain about their food, and it's pretty affordable. Like what is it? $2 or $3 US get you a whole meal here. Like I don't know, can you get a meal
Two,
like that
two
in
or three
LA?
bucks. $2 or $3 US.
US can get you a big time meal here. I mean a big plate of chicken, rice, beans.
No beans.
Yeah. What about in the States? You can't do that. $3. Can you go somewhere for $3 right now in California and get a good meal? Go there
No.
with $3. Wow.
That's amazing. That's what I like about traveling and your money go a long way. I know Europe is different because the pound is 2 to 1,
Oh
so
yeah.
it's like you gotta really watch it in Europe because your money go real short in Europe.
Yeah,
But
yeah, because your money already coming in at a deficit. It's
yeah,
already
so
at a
you got to get
deficit.
in, get out because it's like you stay there, you're gonna be out a lot of money.
Yeah, man. That's why I'm going to Serbia. I'm going to go to Serbia because I got some friends that I work with, and I have worked with them in Alaska, and they went back to Serbia. I told them I was going to come visit them. I try to keep my word. They told me to come there, but that's crazy. Serbia right now, they're not even wearing face masks like that. Some people are, some people are not. That government said they don't really have a high rate. It's not over there like that. It's not in Serbia like that. I wonder why it's not, but it's crazy. They said it's not there like that.
Wow. So if you guys really thinking about traveling really soon, definitely check out Philly Dom. As you see, we got lost in the international travel as well as here in the states domestic, and talking about traveling, and that's what it's about. You want to learn the surroundings, safety, anticipate how much it would cost. Always have a little extra money for the mishaps, and
Yeah,
definitely do your homework. Don't just be traveling and not knowing where you're going, and it's different. You can't assume everywhere it's the same.
no,
So definitely know the facts of how the locals maneuver and what's expected, and also, of course, the tourists sometimes are targeted in a lot of places. So be aware of all of that, and definitely think safety first. We always try to empower our listeners with safety, and that's what this channel is about, and what the Travel International Blogger is creating his platform for, to empower you with that information when you're traveling. The fees, the shots, all the anticipations that one think of when traveling anywhere. And so
Yeah.
that's why we always go to Philly Dom. He is the man. And please give him your social media handles, sir.
You can reach me at on my Instagram at I am underscore Philly Dom. And my YouTube channel is Philly Dom, Philly space DOM, Philly Dom. And you can also reach me on my Facebook, which is Philly Dom.
That's it.
And I guess yeah, that'd be the fastest place to reach me is on my Instagram. So I am underscore Philly Dom, or just go on my YouTube channel Philly Dom, leave me a message on one of my videos, and then I'll get right back with you and I can give you the rest of the information. But that would probably be the fastest and the easiest way to reach me through Instagram and on my YouTube channel.
That's it. Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. That's it. That's it. And so we want to thank you, man. Once again, we definitely gonna get back on. I know we have been
Not a
out
problem.
of our flow, and we, life happen, things happen,
Mhm.
so we just hop off and get back on like we did, and so we keep it moving. And
Yes,
so
indeed.
I want to thank you so much, guys. Until next time, please, if you have not subscribed, have not shared, have not commented, we want engagement. Share, subscribe, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Please subscribe. Keyside Entertainment Company and James Claiborne on YouTube.
Yes,
Thank you
indeed.
guys so much for joining us. Until next time, Kingside Entertainment Media, Philly Dom, we're checking out. Talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much, man.
No
Thank
problem. Anytime, man.
thank you.
Anytime. I love coming on your show.
All right, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Mhm. Appreciate you.